Hello, everyone. I'm QueenAShakur, and this is the first dose of your daily vitamins. So, as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channels if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click the notification bells and click the word all so that you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. Okay, now this story is one based purely on negligence. Okay, I want you to pay attention because a mother by the name of Danielle Hurt from Texas, Cypress, Texas, is very upset because her 15-month-old daughter was dropped off at daycare. And the mother was later called to come and pick the child up because she was told, well, she wasn't given a reason, I guess, but she was told to come pick the child up. And when she got there, she found out that a portion of her child's finger had been severed. Okay. And they didn't bother to tell her this over the phone so that she would hurry and get there as fast as possible. They didn't even tell her this when she first arrived there. She said she didn't even realize what had happened to the child until she was about to leave with the child. And then one of the workers ever so nonchalantly came up to her with her daughter's finger in a plastic bag and said, "Oh, we need to give you her finger." Now, I just find this all very crazy because why wouldn't the first thing they have done would be to take the child immediately to the emergency room, put the portion of her finger that was severed on ice, and then take her to the emergency room? Why would they sit there and call the mother and wait for her to come? That was all time that was wasted, and that was clearly negligent. And then to be so cavalier when they told her they had the finger and gave it to her in a bag. Now, the thing is, there was video footage of the child going through a door with one of the staffers from the daycare walking ahead of the child, and the door slammed shut on the child's finger because clearly the daycare worker was not paying attention. Okay, she was not paying attention, and this child has lost a portion of her finger. Now, it was reattached, but it's likely going to fall off. And that's probably because they wasted time and getting this child to the hospital and putting the finger on ice. This is going to be a lifelong deformity, according to her mother. And let me just put Madeline, that's the child's name, Madeline and her mother, put their picture up on the screen. And so as you can see, she has a cast on her arm to protect the rest of her, or to protect her hand until it heals. This is also crazy. I just don't get it. And, right now they say Child Protective Services is conducting an investigation. Well, somebody needs to be investigated because at the end of the day, why were they so just nonchalant about the whole thing? The mother says that she doesn't even think it was an accident because how is that an accident and you don't immediately rush to do something? Now, the daycare, they basically say that they did administer first aid. But what do they know about managing a severed finger? What were they doing? Putting a Band-Aid on it? I mean, I just have questions. This child should have been taken to the hospital immediately, like I said. Now, Eyewitness News reported that Child Protective Services launched an investigation into the daycare, and they will report their findings to state regulators. While Hurt reportedly feels the Cypress Fair School District has not taken the matter seriously, okay? And they say that the body maintained that it self-reported the events. So they're saying they self-reported it. I mean, I find that interesting. Now, in a statement, the school district said, immediately after the accident occurred, the staff administered first aid to the child and called the child's mom, who quickly arrived at the center and voluntarily transported her child to a medical facility. Well, first of all, of course, she's going to voluntarily take her child to a medical facility, which is what they voluntarily should have done. They should have taken the child to the hospital and then called the mother, told her what happened, and had her meet them at the hospital. I just don't understand how they thought what they did made any sense. Now, they say the incident was determined to be an accident. Both the teacher and director remain employed at the district. Well, I'll tell you what, any other parents who have children going to that daycare need to think twice. Because if this is the way they act, if this is their reaction when something of this magnitude occurs to someone's child, a 15-month-old, why would you want your children going there? Why would you want the children going there? And also, it's really stupid, in my opinion, for an adult to walk through a door that slams shut with a child behind you. Why wouldn't she have the children, any of the children, walking in front of her so she could see what's going on? That just makes no sense to me. But anyway, this poor child's lost a portion of her finger. Her mother said it's a significant portion also. Okay, and she's very upset about it, as she should be. This is the Early Learning Center, which is in Cypress Hill, Texas. So if you live in that area and you have children, I would advise you not to take your children there. Okay. They say the camera footage showed the teacher failing to pay attention and also saying that they were negligent, as I already said. Now, Danielle Hurt said that she became enraged after she saw the video surveillance. You know, she said, while walking back inside, because obviously the children had been outside playing, and as they were walking back inside, the teacher wasn't paying attention at all. Okay. Rather than urgently calling 911 so they could have the finger reattached as quickly as possible, they just called her and told her to pick the child up, according to Hurt. And, you know, like I said, that makes no sense, because the quickest or the best thing to do is to quickly put the portion that fell off on ice and then get the child to the hospital. And so now this is likely why it's not going to remain attached, because the mother said she was told that it's probably going to fall right back off again. This is very sad. I'm going to put the child and her mother's picture up on the screen. Everyone, please like and share, and please drop me a comment and let me know what you think about this, because I just find it very disturbing. I find it very disturbing that something like this happens at a daycare. It just goes to show how, you know, you can't just trust your children with anybody. And at the end of the day, some of these workers just shouldn't even be in the business of tending to people's children. They absolutely should not. Especially when they have this type of attitude. I mean, the mother said it didn't seem like they took it seriously. And it doesn't seem like that way to me either, because if you took it so seriously, why would you just casually come up to this woman and she's on her way out of the facility and give her the child's finger in a plastic bag and not even have told her this over the phone, or at least when she first arrived there? They didn't say anything until she was leaving, mind you. So it's just all real crazy to me. But please drop a comment. Let me know what you think about this. Okay, absolutely deplorable. Until next time, beloveds, I will talk to you all again soon. Peace.